Okay, so I'm going to make a video of this super quick now. There's a mess on this table, and I apologize for that, but I've been working on some Christmas lights. Anyways, so I'm going to make a video before I take this, before I put this completely together, and I'll show what I'm going to do. It's already working, and it's definitely going to work. So, first of all, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to actually have to pause the video to connect them, is these two wires, of course, are for the motor. As I said before, that little jumper wire that you people saw in the previous video is now going to be these two wires. When those join, it's going to make the jump. So what I did, because I know that, as I said in the last video, I wanted to find a way of making the current, not the current, but the voltage in general, not to drop once the motor gets jammed, because it's all the way up and the base is still turning. So what I did again is this is what's going to keep it from doing that. When the wires are joined, or when the circuit is closed, pretty much, it is going to activate the motor, but when it's not going to. So I don't know if I can even show what I did there, but it's basically, this is basically in place of that blue wire. I took that wire off. So what I've been doing in the mechanical way to make sure that actually works fine is I 3D printed this square shaft piece, and I put this computer mouse button. Now you guys are going to see it has hot glue, but it's actually super glued to the mechanism as well. And what's going to basically happen is these are the pieces for the body. So the pieces go up and it touches this. As I said, I tried it out and it works fine. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is show it in action. Of course, here's the motor. I added another capacitor on the opposite polarity than the other, just for each of the two polarities it has. And yeah, here are the four buttons. The yellow and white are for the relay, and the orange and brown, well, orange and blue, sorry, are for the motor. Here's where the connections are. So as I said, this is normally closed. When you do this, it opens the circuit. That's why you don't see the middle leg. It's only the ones at the edges. Because on this one, there's the main, then there's the normally open, and there's the normally closed. And of course, the normally open is the one in the middle, so I just got rid of that one. So, I'll be back in a second with everything soldered and set up and ready to go. Alright, so here we go. Oh, damn it. Okay, I soldered the wires the wrong fucking way. Hold on. Okay then. So it was supposed to be the opposite way. It's so hard when you have a motor that doesn't have a default polarity. Okay, there we go. So now look at this. So what you guys saw is that it didn't work because the button is a bitch sometimes, and this this is really prone to happen. I'm gonna actually have to replace it if this just continues. You guys saw that. That's basically the glitches it has. And I don't know why the hell it has them, but it isn't something related with this, because, the motor's fine. The capacitors are fine. It's just something that it's always done. And you guys saw that when this hit the button, the thing actually went a little faster. That's exactly what I wanted to do. So when it gets to the edge, it stops. It cuts the signal to that circuit of the motor. I'm thinking at the same time on doing the same for the base, so it doesn't have, that much of an extra time for turning and everything. Because, when these things, usually when you like jam a motor up, when there's a motor that's jamming, when there's a mechanism that's jamming, it's not convenient to keep on turning the thing on, because you're actually hurting the transistors. The transistors heat up and it doesn't end well. So that is why sometimes if you hold something, it's going to stop moving for good. It's because the transistor gave up. So what I'm planning on doing right now is seeing if I can do some kind of modification or something, maybe glue a relay or some bullshit around here, something similar to that, and put a little 3D printed piece or something that hits that, so it stops the signal for the retracting, and yeah, hopefully by then everything will be done. So all I gotta do right now is reassemble the SATA and we'll be set. So here's another update, and I'll bring you guys more soon.